Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So we got to talk about Ben Simmons, mostly because the Ben Simmons situation is not good for Ben Simmons or for the Brooklyn Nets. And I've gotten to a point now where there's questions I have to raise, not only about Ben Simmons, but like the Brooklyn Nets. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm kind of gonna call the future here. I'm gonna predict the future. But Ben Simmons is, I believe, 26 years old. I could be wrong, but yeah, he's 26. He's been in the league for 7 years, but has only played 5 of them. And his rookie year, he had a foot injury. Last year, he was a holdout and didn't play for a back injury or whatever. And back injuries are a reoccurring thing. They never really go away. And unfortunately with Ben Simmons, I kind of have to ask, like, he's one of the only players I have to question if he really likes the sport or not. And the reason I say that is because ever since he's been in the league, he has not really done a whole lot to improve his game. This is a guy who, like, really hasn't tried to improve his shooting. He hasn't really tried to improve his free throw shooting. And everybody knows that if, like, Ben Simmons would just fucking work on it or get some confidence to fucking do it, like, he could be on a level of, like, LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like, he plays defense. He can score around the basket all he fucking wants. It's just the shooting. Like, he refuses to shoot the fucking basketball. And when he does shoot, he's fucking bad at it. And I'll never understand it how, like, we can see clips of him over the summer playing pickup games and drilling threes, like high school three-pointers, like they're fucking nothing. Like, this is a dude who doesn't even attempt mid-range jump shots, but you watch tape of him over the summer and you'd swear to fucking God he's like the next LeBron. And I really just don't understand the whole situation. Only because he's getting paid an ass ton of money to be basically a facilitating, do-it-all, you know, younger version of Draymond Green. And the sad part is, I feel like post Brooklyn Nets, the only team that Ben Simmons has any chance of playing for is the Golden State Warriors. And even then, by the time that happens, if he's not bought out before then, maybe he gets bought out a year before then. Okay, before, like, a year or two before his contract actually expires. But, like, by the time he gets around to actually being able to do that, Steph Curry is going to be 37, 38 years old, okay? And not that Steph Curry will be a bad player, but he won't be what he is now. You know what I'm saying? At least I don't think he will be anyway. And it's pretty sad because, like, Ben Simmons is a guy who in the last year of his deal is making like $40 million. And I can't help but think to myself, like, this is a guy who's making an ass ton of money and simply does not care enough to improve his game. I mean, he's never even been, I think, the best player on his team. He's always been the facilitator. He's always been the guy that is like, I can't shoot the ball, or I don't want to shoot the ball. I mean, he's a liability for his team to even be on the floor in crunch time. He's a great defender. I think he's a solid rebounder. I think he's a decent passer. And when utilized in the right system, like, I think Ben Simmons can be not an incremental part of your offense, but I think he can anchor your defense and be a decent facilitator. You know what I'm saying? And if Ben Simmons keeps this up, right, and continues to not make any strides to try and improve his game, this is gonna the max contract that the 76ers gave him is going to be his last one. And that sucks to say for a guy who's only 26 years old, but, like, I don't know what else to say about it, other than, like, this is a guy who it seems like when shit's not going his way, he either doesn't want to play, or he says he's having back problems. And I don't like to question people's injuries, but I have to question it now since last year it happened with the 76ers. Where he's like, you know, after he became eligible to play, he's just like, oh, my back hurts. You know, like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the whole Ben Simmons situation. And really, I honestly, like, he's gotten to a point where I really kind of question, like, how long he's actually going to be in the NBA. Because, as I said, he makes no effort to make any improvements. And B, he's like, he's arguably a liability because he doesn't do anything on offense. I think in the right system, like honestly, like I almost feel like maybe even Portland would be a fit for him, where he's not required really to score, but like this is a guy that all we're asking him to do is score maybe 10 points a game, just shooting shit around the basket, and he can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's averaging 7 points a game right now. 7 points, 1.3 steals, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. He's shooting like a career low 43% from the free throw line. He's shooting 56% from the field. It's just I don't get where is this ad coming from? I don't know. Either way, like I just think Ben Simmons has kind of given up on his NBA career. He's really fallen off a cliff, and maybe some team will take a flyer on him. You know what I'm saying, on a way less deal. But the days of him getting max contracts are over, unless he decides he wants to actually like improve his game. And it irritates me because like even during summer league when he was a rookie, he was at least shooting mid-range jumpers and making them. And during that time, everyone was like, okay, Ben Simmons was a decent pick. And even in the offseason, you see him shooting jump shots. He fucking makes them. And once all of a sudden he gets into an NBA game, suddenly it's like he's afraid to shoot. He doesn't want to shoot. Shoots like shit. So, like, I really don't know what else can be done. I have no idea what else can be done. And the only team that I think he would be a perfect fit for is the Warriors once Draymond Green is no longer there. And like I said, by the time that happens, Curry will be on the brink of retirement, I would think. Or at least close to it. So, I don't know. Maybe the Bucks are a possibility. I feel like there's going to be teams that will take a swing on Ben Simmons, but they're not going to offer him, 4 years, $80 million. They're not going to offer him, 3 years, $72 million, shit like that. No, they're going to be like a 1 year prove it or lose it deal, or maybe a 2 year deal, or a 1 year deal with a team option, or 1 year deal with a player option, something like that. I don't see how this ends well for Ben Simmons. And honestly, if I'm Ben Simmons, if I want to increase my value in the NBA, you're going to have to hit the fucking gym this offseason. Okay, fuck these scrimmages. Like, fuck all this offseason shit you're doing. Get with, like, Kyle Korver, or get with, like, fucking Chris Bickham, I think his name is, or somebody like that who's a shooting coach. He just needs to get with a shooting coach. That's what he needs to do. He needs to get with somebody who is gonna maybe like instill some confidence in him to shoot the fucking basketball. And as so long as he's not willing to shoot jump shots, he's not a guy that teams are really gonna be in heavy pursuit after. So long as he's not willing to shoot the ball, like, yeah, you could bring him in the beginning of the game and maybe lock down their best player, but in the closing ends of the game, like, he's a guy that you kind of got to avoid getting him the ball. You know what I'm saying? In the last 2 minutes of the fucking game. So, I don't know, man. It's been disastrous in Brooklyn. And it's like, it's sad because, like, people, like, honestly, people don't even pass him the fucking ball in Brooklyn because they know he's not going to make a shot. So, and I even kind of question at this point how much Brooklyn really even needs Ben Simmons now that they have Mikal Bridges. So, I don't know. I think they're a great defensive team. Mikal Bridges, Ben Simmons, Spencer Dinwiddie's all right. Dorian Finney-Smith's a solid defender. So, like, defensively, yeah, if they keep Ben Simmons, they'll be great. But somebody has to convince Ben Simmons to shoot the fucking basketball. And I don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the Ben Simmons whisperer is, but they need to fucking find one if you're Brooklyn. This is a guy you're paying a whole lot of bread to be fucking mediocre. So, I don't know. Like, I get that, like, his Draymond Green role, that it seemed like he was playing worked with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, but then, you don't have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving anymore. Now you have Mikal Bridges and Spencer Dinwiddie. So, I don't know what's going to happen here, but it's it definitely does not look good. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.